What up? This is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix new series Fishbowl Wives. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. This new show hails from the country Japan, so while you're at it, go check out also my previous reviews of Netflix other Japanese shows such as Alice in Borderland and The Journalist, right here only on Rama Screen YouTube channel. It's interesting that for this year's Valentine's Day, Netflix is giving us two international shows that pretty much share similar themes. I kid you not, Devotion, A Story of Love and Desire, and Fishbowl Wives. They are both about infidelity and extramarital affairs, so it's deeply amusing that of all days, they chose to release these two titles on the day that supposedly celebrates love and couples everywhere. But the difference between Devotion and Fishbowl Wives is that in Fishbowl Wives, there are clear good guys versus bad guys. And trust me when I say you are gonna cheer for the wives to get their happy ending. That said, if you ask me do I like this show, my answer to you would be mixed bag. Sure, at times Fishbowl Wives can be sweet and adorable, but other times it's grim and disturbing. And I gotta be honest with you, some of the episodes are very problematic. Based on Kurosawa R's hit Japanese comic, in Fishbowl Wives, living on the top floor of a high-rise condo building overlooking an urban area with a traditional atmosphere, Sakura Hiraga gives up on her dreams after an accident and marries a beauty salon owner. Now a housewife, her life has a glamorous scene that anyone would envy, and yet, when she is alone, her heart fills with sadness. At first she loved her husband, but is met with spiteful words and physical abuse. But Sakura feels she cannot leave her marital home and soon finds herself identifying with a goldfish in its bowl. One day, the goldfish leads to an opportunity where she meets a man. When he accepts her for who she is, Sakura is unable to hold back the feelings she has kept buried inside and crosses a line. Is this a one-time fling, or is it destiny? Starring Ryoko Shinohara, Takanori Iwata, Masanobu Ando, and Kyoko Hasegawa. Okay, before we get to the problematic parts, let me be clear that I've never read the comic on which this show is based, so I'm not sure what may have gotten lost in the adaptation, but let me fill you in on my thoughts about the format. There's a total of 8 episodes, each runs about 45 minutes tops. The overarching arc is this triangle conflict between an abusive husband, and his wife that he beats up consistently, and an owner of a goldfish shop whose place become a refuge for that woman. So in every episode, there's always this tension among the three of them and other supporting characters that happen to cross their paths as well. But here's the thing, within these episodes, the show also gives us other stories about other wives dealing with their respective husband dilemmas. Not all of them end up cheating on their spouse, but most of them do end up running into the arms of another man. So each episode starts and ends with their husbands not appreciating them and then finally realizing their mistakes. It's fascinating. It's as if these stories are written by people who spent hours and hours observing married couples. Either that or they stole the notes from a therapist. The triangle conflict I mentioned to you earlier is heavy drama, but these other little stories are mostly rom-coms. Yes, they can be sad and heartfelt, but they can also be quirky and upbeat. The common factor between all of them are these constant pearls of wisdom relating to goldfish and a psychic who randomly shows up at her own convenience. The connection between the goldfish life lessons with the wives is a bit touch and go, but the psychic or the fortune teller is straight up creepy. I keep wondering, is she a demon or an angel or some kind of a spirit? But man, I think this show could have done just fine without her supernatural vibe. Okay, so here's the problematic part, and it's the reason why I can't fully recommend this show to you. Some of the quote-unquote other men that encounter the lives of these wives, let's just say that they are gonna ruffle your feathers. Look, it's one thing to be assertive and persistent, but it's another thing to force yourself on a person's body and being all rapey. Well, Rama, perhaps this show wants to tackle these dark issues. But no, it's not even that. The show depicts it as, oh, they're being playful and passionate, cavemen conquering women, following their instincts. It's in the heat of the moment, and look, the women ultimately surrender to them. Cringy excuse, buddy. cringy. Listen, it doesn't matter which culture or which country or whether or not hashtag #MeToo ever happened. In my opinion, what transpires on some of these episodes can be misconstrued as a green light, and that's totally not cool. If female empowerment is the show's objective, then this is the wrong way to go about it. But hey, that's just my 2 cents. If you still insist on watching Fishbowl Wives, my advice to you is approach with caution.